Hi everybody. Welcome back to my Stash Buster blanket. Today I'm going to be covering the subject of an impulse journal. Basically, impulse journals are really good for things like budgeting or crafting or trying to keep your crafting budget under control. And I mean, the concept can be expanded upon to mean many things, right? Whatever works for you. So basically, an impulse journal, you take a piece of paper and in a notebook or on its own, and you just say you really want to make something and you're trying to hold off on doing so. This is my my handy dandy workbook here. It's part of how to stay focused, so I figured start off on that page. And some people dedicate an entire book to it, but for me, a page or two at a time is plenty. Close enough. It's not perfect, but that's okay. So say I want to make a pair of socks. I can assign that a random amount of points. And you'll do this for any impulse you got. Say you want to start a pair of socks, and I really just am fighting to cast on for them. You do, let's say 100 points. And I'll make a little bubble around that. You can switch up how you write this down. This is a very basic thing. Whatever looks prettier for you, right? And then let's say I also want new yarn. I'm going to assign that like 1,000 points. And every day that I am able to resist starting the socks and buying the new yarn, I give myself a little tick. Like that. Okay. So, yeah. When you do that, it's a good idea to assign an amount of points that makes sense to you, and it can be arbitrary, like you make the rules, right? And every day that you, like I said before, you resist doing the thing, you get a point. And then, and you can have as many things on the list as you want. And then when you get enough points, you can add them up between the categories too. When you get enough points, you can do the thing without feeling guilty. Which is always nice. And if you lose interest in the thing before you get to the amount of points, you can just cross it off your list completely. You won't get points for it anymore, but that's okay. The points you collected still count towards something else. I got this idea from a fellow YouTube channel. It's a bit of an older video, but it's, I believe, The Financial Diet is the name of the channel. So I will link that video in the description. And I think it's a really good idea. It's kind of like the squirrel list, like it has some similarities, But a squirrel list, at least to me, is more for just like, oh, I forgot to do the dishes kind of thing, right? Or, oh, I have this or that to do. And they're more immediate things. Whereas the impulse journal is, it's more for a bit longer term. Like, not super long term, but a little bit more than just a day or two. Yeah, I found it very helpful to help curb how many crafting supplies that I buy. And I'm using it now. Like, it just occurred to me to start using it for projects. So I thought I would share that because I thought, I guess the fancy term that a lot of people use on YouTube is cast-on itis. And I thought maybe the idea would, sort of help people curb that so that you don't end up spreading yourself too thin, kind of thing. Although you do you, I'm not judging. I have plenty of whips that I'm working on. I'm not sure if I've started posting the whip snowball project by the time this airs, but I have started working on it. And I also combined that with working on, I have this nice planner that has project planning pages in it. And I figured, I don't know why, it's just silliness, and I'm sure other people experience this as well, is that they kind of treat these things too precious, like, oh, I don't want to screw it up and make it look bad, and I don't really need it because the project is so obvious, and so on and so forth, right? So I decided, as a combination thing, is to just sort of get over myself with the project planning and do that, right? So I'll give you a quick sneak peek, but let's see if I can reach it. Okay. This is the whip snowball plan. Yeah. I haven't really started marking all the things down yet, and I'm pretty sure the buttons, embroidery thread, and stuffing, the buttons are definitely in my stash, and the Velcro, I think those are in my stash, I just have to find them. But yeah, anyway, that's just a quick sneak peek of that stuff. I'm finding since I started using YouTube as an accountability partner for making my crafts, like crocheting this blanket specifically, it's kind of awesome. Like it's helping me stay focused on one project. And I was kind of chuckling to myself. I don't know if it was last night or this morning, but I might at some point do a short that's like expectations versus reality for crocheting or knitting, depending on what project I'm on when I get around to it. But basically, it's like the expectation that people kind of want to have, even if they know better, is that fast forward version you see of crocheting and knitting and crafting online on YouTube videos. Like the time lapse goes really quickly kind of thing. And I get it from an editing standpoint. That makes total sense. But then there's the reality. And reality is this stuff takes time. A lot of time. Like, it's like, get comfortable. Anyway, thank you so much if you've watched this far. Thank you so much for sticking around and enjoying this video, and I hope you have a great day. I'll see you on the next row.